Gamification. We have all been subject to this at some part of our lives, whether it is in our day-to-day activities on certain devices, at home, in classrooms, or even at work. So what is gamification? Harris and O'Gorman define gamification as the presence or addition of game-like characteristics in anything that has not been traditionally considered as a game. They explain in further detail, stating within the definition to take particular note of the word characteristics in the phrase. The purpose of gamifying is not to turn something into a game, but to apply understanding and knowledge about the basic human desires we all have that makes us like games to a non-gaming environment for educational purposes. Another definition read that gamification of education is a developing approach for increasing learners' motivation and engagement by incorporating game design elements in educational environments. This was stated by Dichev and Dicheva. In critically defining the terms for gamification, we can analyse that this method is used throughout the globe in many different formats. For example, companies can implement gamification in order to improve employee productivity and morale. Marketing and salespeople are using gamification to improve customer loyalty and engagement, knowing that it will lead to increased profitability. Both of these are fantastic observations in which gamification is used in different environments. Yet today I'll be focusing on online games within classrooms, which use gamification to help students learn faster and also help enhance student engagement. During my time at primary school, high school and even university, the use of gamification is used for engaging students to learn in a fun and exciting way. Yet during my primary school days, I feel like gamification was used the most to enhance user engagement. After all, we were all at that age where learning in a classroom was a little boring at times, and in making effective use of gamification, ultimately amplified our learning, which made it an exciting way to engage with homework or even activities, and to learn in a way which no other method provided. In relation to actively using the method of gamified learning in classrooms, Denmaid states that gamification in education is a design process that reframes goals to be more appealing and achievable by tapping into our emotions. From a game designer's perspective, fun is just another word for learning. Once we have figured out the patterns in a game, it stops being fun. The challenge is to learn how to play it. And of course, gamification is a fun way of learning, especially when you are so young and unaware when gamification is actually in use. So recently, I had decided to interview my cousins who are in primary school levels and also early year high school levels to question them on the use of online activities in which involves gamification to enhance student engagement. I also wanted to ask them if they knew what gamification was and if they really knew that they were using gamified learning methods in classrooms. And after filming the interview with the primary schooler and the secondary schooler, who were both in just 1 year apart, I found that they did not know they were doing gamified learning in classrooms. They had no idea of it. But once I explained to them what gamified learning was, they couldn't stop talking about it. They kept talking about Kahoot or Mathletics and simple games like that online, which the teacher made them play. Yet they wanted to play these games. They were enthusiastic and they were passionate about these games. And that's what gamification really is. It shows the passion. Now, I would have loved to show all the interview online, but unfortunately it went for about 25 minutes. So the only bit of the interview you'll see is the final question I asked them. And I'm sure you'll get to know that they really love gamification and they were so passionate about it. So here's a look. Do you like gamified learning?
Yes.
How much do you like gamified learning?
To the moon and back.
Do you like gamified learning?
Yes.
And just finishing on that note, if you'd like to watch the full couple of minute clip that I've edited down from 25 minutes, it is linked into my blog post. I'll make sure I make it clear where to click the link. And it's also on my YouTube channel in case you've got me there. In relation to my interviews, Denmaid states that games create resilience in players by creating a series of adequate challenges that are satisfying to resolve. We can witness this in online learning in classrooms, as students are unaware of being actively involved in gamified learning. Gamification is such a fantastic tool to use in classrooms for enhancing user engagement, as witnessed in my prior discussions with primary school level students and within my own personal experiences. Gamification is fun, as it makes us unaware that we are learning. It creates a can-do attitude towards unlocking achievements, ultimately through learning.